Hey everyone, this is John O from Veracity with another video, this one on creating a report of course completions. First, a caveat on this one. So the XAPI doesn't tell you exactly how to represent a completion. So you may find it done in different ways. For example, I have one here. John O completed the World War II lesson. I did this. In this case, our verb is completed. So when we are looking for completions, if this is what our data is structured with, we may say, give me everything that has the completed verb. Let's go to another example. In this case, John O terminated the World War II lesson, and I've got a result completion equal to true. So here, our verb ID is terminated. But if we query for just terminates, we'll be missing some of the data that's required to know if I've actually completed or if it's still incomplete. So these are two ways. There are actually some more ways that you could actually find completions as well. And it really depends on your authoring tool and your content and how it works. I do think that what we're going to go through here, the concepts you'll learn are generally applicable. Typically, you'll find one of these two things that I'm going to show, but even if it's not exactly one of these two things, you'll be able to apply this concept to your particular use case. Okay, let's hop into a demo. Okay, so I'm in an LRS. I used a few videos ago. This one I was generating some data and creating some data points with XAPI Lab. Check out my last few videos on that if you're interested. I'll link to them in the description as well. I'm going to go over to the left-hand side here under XAPI data, and I'm going to go to our statements viewer. And this first one is going to be really simple. So remember in the slides, the first thing we might want to do is just look for things that are completed. So, I can scroll down the list, find a completed verb, click the little filter icon by it, and now these are the things that are completed. I know in this data set that these all happen to be lessons. I could do some other stuff to get a bit more fancy and only show completions of courses or only show completions of videos or lessons or whatever. I will link to a more thorough tutorial on the statement viewer so you can see how to do those types of things. Keep in mind, you can download this just by clicking down load CSV, and you'd have your downloaded list of completions. And you could actually configure this. You could store it for later. I've already kind of stored one in here by just typing a value, all completions, saving that. And then it'll show up kind of in your list here. And when you come back into the statement viewer, you can select it, load it, and your page will automatically populate to where you were. Okay, so let's just go back into the statement viewer from scratch again, kind of reload it from scratch and do that second use case. Second use case was we're not just looking for completed, we're really looking for terminates. So let's find one. Click the filter by terminated. By the way, you don't have to find one in the list. You might have a really long list and terminated might be 20 pages in. So you can always just type the ID here. Again, there are some other ways to find this information. Check out that statement viewer video for more information. But anyway, these are the terminates. However, you can terminate the content and complete it, or terminate the content and still be incomplete. So we need to configure the statement viewer to show a little bit more data. In this case, we're going to flag the result completion. All right, and now you can see, this first one was terminated and it is complete, but this third one was terminated and it is not complete. So we want to add to our filter, we want to say where complete is true. And now we are looking at all the completions of this content. Let's just quickly take a look at one of these so you can see the raw data. Try to zoom in a bit. All right, so Ania Eddy is our actor. Terminated is our verb. In this case, what we are terminating is a lesson called the Data Scientist's Toolbox. Great, but again, we just know they terminated it here. We're not sure that it was successfully completed. So if we scroll down, we'll see result, completion, true. If it were result, completion, false, then this wouldn't show up in our filter. So that is a second part of this report necessary to get it. In the last example, we were just querying based on the verb ID being completed and not really caring as much about the result. So anyway, those are the two ways that you can create a report. You can save them and come back to it later. Again, this might not be exactly your use case, but hopefully you can apply it in your own environment. Okay, thanks for watching and have a good one.